Hi everybody, welcome for a new video on my channel. I guess you're not familiar yet with the way I used to cover tournament. I almost always do an intro video to talk a little bit about the list and so on, and some features of the tournament, give you some information. And then I'm basically producing all the battle report related to the tournament, and at the end doing a kind of conclusion video, taking some time to analyze a little bit what happened during the tournament, analyzing a little bit the unit and the list overall, and talking a bit about that. You know, I like to analyze stuff, so that's a good way to do it for me, and I try to make that easy for you to follow by organizing it into playlists on the homepage of the channel. So that should be helpful for you to follow this video. In this case, I played a single practice game with this list just the day before the tournament against Encore, good friend of mine. The battle report, you will be able to see it on my channel, but I wanted to publish first this introduction video to give you some information regarding the list before you see the battle report, because basically I played the same list during the practice game as during the tournament. So you will have 4 battle reports with the same list. Regarding the tournament, we were 22 players, mostly from Switzerland. Just Encore made the way from Paris to play against us. I guess he missed too much tournament during this special period. Almost 6 months without live tournament, so that was good to be again in a tournament. 1 day, 3 games, 22 players, and challenge for first round. So classic. Regarding my list, so I decided to bring something a bit different to the outro list I'm playing at the moment, because I was a bit bored by the play style and the fact that I'm suffering a little bit on the objective. So I think if you play shooty list, sometimes it can get quite hard to get board control and to play really objective, which are in the middle of the board, for example, all the ground, spoil of war. So it might be a bit difficult with this kind of list, and it's much easier if you have a close combat oriented army, which is the case here. So basically I'm playing with 3 characters. The idea was not to bring in fighty character. I made quite a lot of tests, as you saw on my channel, and basically one of the conclusion was, for the price you pay for example, for the Overlord on Bull or on Toruk Ritual, I think for 600 points you are not bringing enough damage on the table. You are a bit struggling against monster and character who are the same price. So I think it's not maybe the best choice, and furthermore it's sensitive to some range damage. So I'm not sure it's the best way to have a good threat with a high charging range within the ID army. So that's why I wanted to test something without fighty character. So I choose, as always, as general, my Prophet of Desvikash with a Binding Scroll, a Prophet Wizard Master Alchemy, a BSB with no stuff, an Adept on a Vassal Steed. Wanted to try out the idea of having Essence Free Mind, Pyromancy, Witchcraft on this guy. And it could also be a piece of chaff if needed, not so cheap, but if really needed, that's still less than 300 points. Then in core, decided to bring a big block of 26 Citadel Guard, very solid, but quite pricey, as you can see, 700 points, so quite a lot of points in this unit, but very, very solid. Small bunker of Infernal Warrior and 2 block of Shackled Slave, always useful to either chaff or bring some bonus to the Infernal Brand unit, for example Strider in this case, or Battle Focus to pistol shooting can be useful. Then in special, I wanted to try out a list around the Disciples of Lugar, so I decided to feature 39 of them, 2 big blocks with great weapons, strength 6, AP 4, possibility of moving to flaming attack and fearless. I like the versatility of these 2 units, and I wanted to try out to max a little bit these units. So I have 3 heavy combat block in this list, and then 1 piece of chaff. The mage can go also within this unit to gain Lookout Sir. The tank, shooty tank, I think that's my favorite shooting option at the moment. With engineer, it's quite reliable, it's quite tough, can be solid in combat as well, so I like the versatility of this model. The Kadim Titan, tested him a couple of games, really liked what he brings to the list. High lateral movement, can zone, charge very long. So I like the guy. I wanted to try him out in a live tournament. And then finally a new unit, I never tried until now. A Citizen Giant with the option Tower Shield seems really interesting because basically he has 3-up armor save, which is really good for a Giant. He gains hard cover if you shoot and you are located in his front, and he gains distracting if you are located in his front. So very resilient, quite solid, also good lateral movement, so can be annoying for the opponent, can deal some damage, so quite interesting. I wanted to try out how it works in a live tournament condition. So that's more or less how the list is supposed to work. So we have two monsters who can move really well across the board and have some good charge range, good threat. 3 very solid block who are able to deal a lot of damage. Citadel Guard, they strike on 4 ranks if they don't charge. Lugars have 2 attack each, strength 6, so very scary for a lot of units in this game. Yeah, that's it. Just a picture with my friend Anko, who was staying at my place for the Friday, so the day before the tournament. Was cool to be with him. And I will also show you the battle report. We made it together, so battle report for our practice game. I think it's interesting for you if you can have some comments from his part as well, so I hope you will like it. Thanks for watching the video. See you soon on my channel. Bye.